fourth, but not final round. Apparently there will be 5.
Well, it depends.
Oh,
so, if Ben wins this round, we will not be having a round 5 because Sammy Naj is one of our XOs, but he's been paired down against Ben.
So, no offense, Sammy, but come on, Ben.
Come on, Ben.
But if all else fails, guys, I won't be around for the 5th and final round. Jacko said he will stick around and get whoever's on the buy-in, so...
Yeah, well, we'll see. Only if they're up for it, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, Ben on a Fire Ice list. I think this may be the Fire Ice Warriors list that I think Kitty and I have been sharing between ourselves, trying to work on, which I think Ben's got his hands on. So let's see how it goes.
Well, that's the look of a man right there holding a card that he needs to read in depth.
Yeah, too many words on the card. Sammy not strayed too far away from his comfort zone.
Sammy Naj plays precisely 3 decks. One with Ice Lightning, one with Mono Water, and one that has all of the colours. There is no middle ground.
Absolutely not. So, yeah, our 2 other XOs, I believe, are Alex on the Chaos and Connor on the Gigawall. So, our 2 XOs both have been on stream already.
What's your take on that one? Who do you think is going to take that?
Really don't know, actually.
I think my money's on the Chaos. It's just quicker.
I think if the Chaos is going first, it's hard to see a world in which, you're getting a discard too. So it looks like we're going into a Mont Blanc. So yeah, this is more in tune with James's list. So he likes this little Mont Blanc Hurdy package. So playing the Mont Blanc is going to search a Hurdy from deck. So he's paying the X, which is 2 CP by discarding the Axe Star, getting his 2 colours online.
That's pretty nice though. We're now set up pretty consistently for anything else we want to do going forward. Yeah. So.
I'm a big fan of this Fire Ice list. It's got a really good matchup, especially into priming. You've got Mogs and you've got Amaterasus to deal with all sort of priming shenanigans. My only worry with this list has been the monster matchup. So I'm really happy that we've got that on stream now against Sammy. So
you can study its weaknesses, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, because it is rough. It can be difficult.
Well, Sammy just following up with an Astrologian. I generally feel like if Ben can maybe apply some really quick pressure here, could put Sammy in some bad stead.
Well, I think we've got a Torgal and a Tyvus maybe, so maybe we definitely got a Ward, so I feel like we see Torgal pass, which we do, so getting himself set up, and then we've got a Geel in hand, and here comes the monsters.
Let's start drawing. That's one up, Kalu. Do we see another? So what's interesting with Sammy, he has updated
double upcoming.
Yeah. He has added in Marlborough.
Oh yeah, the new water forward that I think does a hard casting the Alchemist when we got Sarah in hand. Interesting that we didn't go Sarah and Alchemist. We must be holding absolute gas in our hand.
I mean, yeah, it could have been hard as a discard there, but I don't... Because unless what Sammy doesn't realise is that Sarah can search for itself. Maybe he thinks Princess Sarah is already out,
so,
not
here
playing
comes the Tyvus. So, having a think about what we've searched. We've got a Zidane in hand. So the question is, do we just go Mog?
Oh, we're going to lose the abilities on the
doesn't
search.
matter, so we're going to switch it off.
Do we have anything in response? Can we use the ability now? Doesn't look like...
I think there are worse things that could have happened. It's not like we had a particularly threatening board to deal with. So
no, exactly that. I would say when I was playing some friendlies with Sammy earlier, it was quite annoying when I'd play Sidolphus and he'd always have a Cuchulainn in hand.
Yeah, you got to stack it. So having a think here, is there anything else we're going to do? I think we're just going to get past the turn over. So we are set up with a warrior for next turn. So Sammy's got a handful of cards to play with.
Get yourself some more bag up, Sammy. You got it. There we go. Now,
so here's the Hilda. Draw a card.
So we're still not seeing that Sarah that he has in there.
Well, I don't think he needs it anymore.
Unless we see a Weaver.
Or we're going to see another Astrologian or a Whacker or something coming down now. He's having a think. He's unsure. Sammy must have an absolute stacked hand because he really does not want to be discarding. He's reluctant to do too much, and just like that, he passes turn. So obviously waiting for some shenanigans to happen.
Yeah.
So
keeping an eye on his breaks on there. We've already seen 3 experts go. 2 of the big 6-drop levs have gone already.
yeah, you'd be feeling pretty good if you've been seeing those go to damage, go to break zone.
And we obviously got to keep an eye out because we do know Sammy is playing Lena Leviathan as well. So
do we get an Axstar, not an Axstar, a Tybus into Firion? We know we've got the Firion in hand. Go start digging. So there it is, and here's the Firion. So trying to see if there's any response from Sammy. He's got another Cooge.
oh god,
He's going to turn it off
the man
and draw a card.
always has Kugelanes in his hand.
And then the Tybus is going to come in.
First blood goes to Ben, and that is a pretty nice hit. The 5-drop Gal there.
Yeah, absolutely. So using Hurdy to play the Zidane.
I'm surprised we didn't do that before. Well, I suppose we are still in combat, right? Goodbye, Witch of the Fens.
Yeah, absolutely. Just get that Hurdy up. I believe it's any fire forward of cost 5 or less. Just double check the timing on that and make sure he can do it during attack phase.
This one?
Yeah, anytime you just play it onto the field. So yeah, really nice timing from Ben there.
So
gets rid of a Witch of the Fens and a Lena.
But
and runs into a Thornton.
Yeah, not punished is Sammy there, hitting probably the card he needs most. Do we just get your 5th backup here? I mean, we do have Sarah. We could thin the deck even better, using that personally, but...
I mean, I think he's probably a bit worried having seen one Witch of the Fens go. He's keen to not lose that card again.
Especially since now the Zidane is down. We can at least get this out, kill the Zidane off. That's at least something. The Apkalus are your bullets in the chamber here.
So...
And there's another Kukulane. It's not a full out this time though.
Sure. I guess we don't mind that. I'm assuming it's because he's going to be trying to kill this Firion with a Witch of the Fens, but I mean, considering he didn't play anything for it, I think you're probably okay with this.
Yep. I mean, we could make Firion bigger in response if that's the worry, but I don't.
You can, but I think it's a bit premature.
Yeah.
You have to be. Oh, he's going to do it. Interesting.
No.
It's the first Firion we've seen. I'd be reluctant to do anything in response to this.
Yeah.
So it is the first Firion. He is double buffing it.
So it is 9k with... Well, would it lose the first drug, I guess? And there's the 5th backup now. Ash will be online. Ash would do the job with 1 CP.
It'd be an absolute baller move if you just Ash.
just check out these guns.
Yeah. Did feel a little bit overzealous discarding 2 to protect the Firion when it wasn't imminently under threat.
And one of them being an Ifrit as well. That's
I think it was Ifrit Clive.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
That is big. But again, though, Ben not looking too pretty on his backup line now. Whereas Sammy up to 5.
Yeah. So now any Ashes.
And
there's that Marlboro.
Yeah, the new monster from the set.
Sammy, if you've got to play the Witch of the Fens now because it's Zidane will be ripping it if you don't.
Yeah.
And just like that, here it comes.
Bam. I mean, we don't have to fire yet either. We could just let Ben happily sit on discarding 2 and then pass turn, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wouldn't. I suppose you're going to draw cards with Firion.
I really don't mind the Firion dying as well. I feel like, if you're eating up a Witch of the Fens bullet to kill a Firion, which you didn't pay anything for, and you've got 2 left in deck, yeah, I do think...
Especially knowing that this is the second Witch of the Fens as well, which you could probably easily deal with. But there goes the first trigger of Witch of the Fens. Kills off the Zidane.
So we do have the ward in hand, so This Witch of the Fens could be under threat if Sammy taps his Princess Sarah. So he does the right thing, keeps it upright.
Now that ward could be what we need here. Force Sammy to respond with what monsters he's got left and to deal with another Witch of the Fens here.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy does have the Princess Sarah, so we'll be able to buff that Witch of the Fens out of range.
Very true.
So 4 CP, Clyde.
Oh, okay. We're going... Oh, so do we have an on entry trigger here?
No on entry trigger.
Okay, so he can't do anything.
There is no window to prime. And I feel like Ben is going to go straight for the prime.
I think he really should. It's quite likely that the Ifrit will still die to the 2 monsters.
Yeah.
But that leaves the Firion and the Tyrus open to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So we can't do anything yet.
The only worry is that... Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's going to kill it.
which makes sense.
The only worry is Sammy is at 5 backups. It'd be a terrible time to walk into an Ash. We've not seen any yet show face in this game.
No, this is very true. But again, it's the second Witch of the Fens down now. Can Sammy hold on with just one?
Looks like we have got an X-Star Jill. So packing heat for next turn.
Problem is, though, is if we run into that Ash that we suspect he might do,
Yeah.
Tyvus will not survive.
The thing is, this Firion as well is not going to get a draw.
Solasith's just saying he didn't need to use both monsters there. I don't believe that's true, because there's only doing -7 each, and he's 9k, right?
10k.
10k. Oh,
Okay, so Sammy dodges the Ash. Does hit 2 monsters.
What he's saying is Malbro gives -3 to board, but you'd still be using both monsters to do
As
that.
in when it dies?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
When it gets put in
I
break
think
zone.
so.
Yeah, and it loses abilities as well.
Which means,
That's its like sack effect.
yeah, which means both would have to be used anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, you do just the Marlboro. Because then it gets reduced. It takes 7, reduced by 3. That's 10.
Sure, yeah,
That's
right, yeah.
And there's that
sure.
Ash right on cue.
Goodbye, Tyrus. We hardly knew you. But though, hitting some good monsters into the damage zone on Sammy's side of the board. If Ben can kind of stabilize here, we should be alright.
Yeah, and it's across the board, so you're right, they could have killed the Tyvus as well. But it doesn't matter, Ash just mopped that straight up.
And Sammy wasting no time. Another Apkalu, another Marlboro. And a big 9k Ash. That's going to be tough to deal with. And it does feel like because Ben gave up that additional backer, we're now struggling for resources outside.
Yeah, absolutely. So, playing the realm, going to be getting a 1 and 2 cost. I think we've seen a bunch of Abkalus. We maybe have 1 left. We've definitely got some piranhas, I think. So there's the blue worm. That's the 2 cost. And have we run out of 1 cost? No, we're going to go for the Sahagan Chief instead. Good call, bit of protection. And run out of 1 cost. So the Abkalus and the piranhas have gone. There's obviously 1 piranha in damage.
Good question there, but
Must be in hand.
Solar Synthesis as well. Did he draw from the Firion?
No, he didn't.
Good. Okay, I'm glad someone was paying attention, because I was not looking at the game at the
I'm
time.
pretty sure he didn't.
Because I was looking for Realm. So, well, I mean, and other stuff.
It says-
and reading the chat.
On the replay, I remember thinking, oh, we're at 4 damage now. We're at 4 cards now, so we can't. So
Well, there's the Lana. I feel this might be preemptive by Sammy here. Not sure what board wipes might be in this deck. You'd be the one...
not many.
No?
Yeah, not many. You're in a pretty good place here. You just bounce the Torgal. 9k reduction to the Firion.
There's times like this where I miss... Oh, wow, we're bound... No, I thought we were bouncing both for a moment. Missing Susanoo for, like... Yes, it sacrifices a backup, but that's 1 Hellfire away to board wipe.
Tough to see your way back here for the Ice Fire deck.
Yeah, Sammy feels like he's very much in control. 2 massive 9Ks. Realm, not alive, but still got us out some draws.
We've got one more Witch of the Fens to come as well at some point.
Yeah. And if we can... I'm surprised we didn't go with the Sahagan Chief, to be honest, because we could have bounced the Ash, which could have been quite big.
Yeah, 100%. Deals with any sort of big primal threats that may get put down.
Yeah. But I think we might be all out of luck, especially after that toggle going back to hand now. Ben really struggling with this, with sort of CP and what he can play, because let's be honest, he could probably only play 2 things from his hand here.
Having a read of that Leviathan. It's a good point about the Sahagan Chief, because that would make that Leviathan even more threatening. You threaten double kill if you bounce an Ash, right?
Yeah.
Kill with the Ash.
Exactly that. I mean, Ben is on no damage, but again, I'm just not seeing the way back, you know? I just don't see what he can do.
Yeah, and the thing is, Sammy's not touched his Limit Break deck yet, right? So, regardless of what you play, if you're not dealing with a bunch of things, Sammy is just going to Tidus you next turn. And he's going to get rid of whatever forward and backup you play and draw 2.
Yeah. And giving up Axe Staff for a toggle as well feels rough. That is for sure. I mean, we're not got lethal on the board, but this is going to hurt.
Echidna get a summon back. Gonna get a bit of protection in the form of a Cuchulainn.
Man, I got to keep those Cuchulainns in hand.
Realm's gonna come in first. It's a Jill.
Nada.
Then it's gonna be
Nada.
no help on
Nada.
defense.
Although, to be honest, looking at these draws that would be coming through for Ben right now, oh, you would not want to see those come to your hand at this late stage.
Absolutely not.
Do we have an answer? We can't force a win through if we just dump a load of haste, because unfortunately Cuchulainn is a thing.
Yeah, Cooch will turn anything off, so yeah, I think the writing's on the wall here a bit for Ben, unfortunately.
I feel like Water's got a really strong matchup into anything primal.
Oh, for sure.
You know, you got just a Cuchulainn, entry effect, well, except for Clive, mostly affects them all, means you can't prime this turn.
Yeah, 100%. And I do think we've got Jill coming now. Dallon frees that, Leviathan. And here comes...
I'm surprised we didn't cook there.
Yeah, we're going to let this go through.
Yeah, because now you can't respond to it.
Yeah. So,
not sure if that's a misplay by Sammy there.
I think it is a little bit of a misplay, probably not realising that...
We got Aquatarasu.
Aquatarasu.
Sammy Nudge, the dark horse.
Yeah, cancelling that. You don't get to break my forwards. So yeah, teasing us, thinking he missed the window for Cuchulainn, when all the time knowing he's got the Aquatarasu good to go.
So was Sammy Nudge big brain in that? Was the get back the kook just a ploy?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you're not got it up your sleeve should you need to do anything else.
Yeah, exactly that. That was absolutely well played by Sammy there. I just think Ben might be done on that now.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to see a LBT just come down here and just really finish this game off.
That's pretty nasty. So in the event of a bounce to a primed forward, how does that work, Jacko?
So if he bounces, so whatever effect is targeted on the Shiva, that the Jill will happen to the Jill and the Shiva will get removed from game.
That is unfortunate.
So we're just going to go straight up just...
Yeah. We did have
killing the Ash?
Yeah, that's a strange one, but... we did have an interesting one in one of the other games earlier that went to time as well. Someone paid for priming, and there was no target in deck. That was a...
Oh, that is... Yeah, someone did not count through their forwards.
But it apparently resets. It goes back to... Because apparently it's not a search, per se. In that... The rules...
You can't fail to search. You can't fail to prime. Yeah,
so apparently it resets. Very strange. But there's the Sahagan Sheath. We're playing Witch of the Fens now.
Final copy. Get the draw.
So much for that first strike, Vincent. he might have been good, but we only need 3 attackers.
I mean, literally, Marlborough Abkalu is enough to wipe this board. You do the Marlborough first, it's 3k reduction to everything, kills one of them, and then the Abkalu kills the other, and then you just attack him with the rest of your forwards.
Yeah.
Which I think is what Sammy's doing now.
So I think we're attacking with Lena first. We're going to do -3 to the board, then 7k, and then 7k. I think we've missed... There we go. I think Sammy got rid of one too many monsters.
He did.
Yeah. We will enlighten him after this one. But this is over.
That's the game.
Well played by Sammy. So guys, we will be right back as we get Sammy over here. Catch you in a bit.
See you later.
And just like that, we have our winner of the round. Sammy, mate, it wouldn't be a stream without a Sammy Naj game.
Well.
And what a great game.
Oh, thank you. I've come up against this deck twice tonight, and I feel like monsters, mono water monsters, really goes well into the game.
Yeah.
They try too much, and they try too quick, and then they run out of gas.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough matchup because a lot of it is like forward interaction, a lot of your stuff is based around your monsters, so yeah, I do think it can be when we made the deck, we did say, look, hands up, mono water monsters is probably one of the rough matchups.
Yeah.
That, you just take that, but maybe you just hope you miss it. But you can't. I guess not every matchup can be a good matchup, but it feels like mono water's in a pretty good place right now. What are your thoughts about it this time?
Definitely having the new monster, being able to read it as well. Having the new monster in there is, I think, is really good because there's a lot of new forwards that's come in with your 8k now or 10k. So with a witch, you're like, other people are like, I'm out of reach. But the fact that you can sack it, deal 3k to everything, and they turn off abilities.
It's wild.
Backbreaking.
Yeah, it's wild.
For one as well on top. So
of all of it's probably one of the strongest effects. That probably and maybe the ice one, the strongest effect, particularly to be paired with Witch of the Fence, and for it to be a water as well.
It's crazy, it's so good. And even the ice one, I was thinking of putting her in, just because you can search it with Realm and just...
Yeah, I
don't want to deplete the...
I think even if it was just like a 3k reduction and loss of abilities to one forward, it would have been good. So the fact that you can because it puts everything within range, your Abkalas are suddenly hit, like you said, 10k.
Yeah.
A lot of these new primers, the new Ifrit and everything, 10ks, things like Tyvus, 9ks, all now well within your reach. Yeah. Any other new cards in there, or is it just that?
Not at the moment. I mean, the deck is so optimal and it works so well from last set. It's not really much you can take out, so you don't want to take out the good tools from the last couple of sets to try and force something else, and that's why I didn't play the ice back.
So what did you take out then? Was it piranhas?
So I took out one piranha and one leviathan because I was running 3.
As in the 3 CP one?
No, the 9.
Oh, 9 one.
Yeah, the 9 forward. I just feel it's backbreaking because I played against this deck twice tonight and they have no way of dealing with it. They have to use so much resources, but I feel like 3 is a little bit clunky. 2, you can search for it. You got Thordans to search for it. You can bin off to Lena. So many options to get.
At the end of the day, it's like it needs to be in your break zone, not your hand. And obviously that's depending on the matchup. If you're playing against Earth or things like Lightning, then you don't necessarily want to be putting it in the break zone then.
No. But they'll never strip it from your hand, so you can always just keep it and then obviously do it at a time when you need to force the situation.
Any matchups you found with the deck so far? Anything you're worried about?
Not at the moment. I mean, everything I've come up against Paul's Mono Lightning. That's quite explosive, and I was touch and go. But again, they can't push you over. They get to like 4 or 5 damage and they run out of gas.
I know he's cut down on his Irvines, which I think is so important in that mono water matchup. An early Irvine just to keep stripping the breaks down, keep that water count down.
Yeah. He plays the 1 CP Rama as well. That breaks the monster. He plays 2, but he cast it 6 times against me.
Really?
I was just still won. But I was just I had hardly anything left on the board monster wise, but Leviathan came down and it took a while for him to deal with it, and you bounce again like you saw in that game. You bounce once, twice, and they're so far behind because I'm on 5 backups, they're on 1 or 2 backups.
And you didn't even Tidus.
No.
You liberate Tidus again.
Yeah.
Especially there was that point at the end there where it would have been massive overkill, but when he had the Shiva I think on board and a couple backups, You could just LBT this, like, got rid of
Yeah,
both,
exactly. Well, that's
draw
why
2 cards. Like,
that's what I did against Paul's, because he was with 2 big. He had a big forward on board, and he had a 7k, so I was able to T-dust the big one, deal with the 7k one, and come across. So it has options, but the good thing is, a lot of people have depended on their LB decks against me, the limit break decks against me, because they're just struggling on their main.
well, I guess they need to answer the Witch Defense as soon as it comes down, right? So
spot
as soon as it's down, either like Venturas or Clouds or like whatever you've got, that thing needs to die because.
Of course, but it's got so many tools. I mean, it has that to deal with. It has Leviathan, it has Realm with the 5 monsters you bounce in. So
It's by no means like a one-trick pony. It's got a lot of protection.
Of course,
the Cactuars were very timely.
Oh, they were so good, especially drawing 3 against Ben was kind of locked him out for a little while and gave me time to play backups.
Yeah, and then the Aquatrasa is just the cherry on top. The final thing is just like a great way, I guess, dealing with things like the Gigawall matchups and all these other ones. So yeah,
like I said, it's better to be lucky than good. Draw in all the cards you need. I'll take it. So
you got to put the cards in the sleeve in the first place. That's half the battle.
Cheers.
Nice one. Well, just like that, we were going to be right back, but because Sammy won the round, that means good news for you guys. We'll be playing 5 rounds. So stay tuned. Be right back, and we'll catch you for round 5.
Cheers, guys.